How you doing, everybody? Welcome back to Aroostook Barbell. We're going to jump right into it. Today's main movement is the floor press with a fat bar. We're adding some chains for accommodating resistance. It's 8 sets of 3. Normally, we'll do all our pressing movements first, and I don't know what's going on there. And then we will move into our, antagonistic movements. So if we do a press, then we do a row. Okay. If we do a press, we do a row, but I figured I would kind of give her a little bit of a breaks between the different types of movements. So we went from a press, we're doing a row here, we're going to go back to a press, then we're going to finish off with another pull down, actually, instead of a row. So here what we're doing is 2 sets of 20, and this should be a fairly tough set. I want her to get some volume, and she's at the very beginning of a meet prep. She's pretty far out on a meet. Her meet is October. So here we're really trying to get some volume in. So she's doing a couple of sets of 20. After that, she's going to throw a quarter on the bar, as you're going to see, and jump right into 2 sets of 5 reps. So they should be a fairly heavy 5 reps. So here, as you can see, she's taking a break, which is fine as long as she gets the work in. Her back is staying nice and straight. Those look solid. So, all right. Okay, that's okay. That's the camera. Let's just stay focused. So you see that she tossed an extra quarter on there. So we're trying to increase the intensity by adding load and lower the reps. I really want this to be a heavy 2 sets of 5. So we're not only adding kind of hypertrophy for that couple of sets of 20, but we're also adding in strength in there also. So this is really the building phase. So she's taking a little bit of a rest here. This is really the time to put in the work. This part of the program, it's actually before the actual program, but this part of her training should be pretty fatiguing. It should be exhausting. It should be a mix of strength plus hypertrophy training, more on the higher volume. We will phase into strength as time goes along. She's going to be doing a basic conjugate template. Basically think, West Side, if you will. So she's doing a fantastic job there. Her back is staying straight. As long as her form doesn't fall apart, which it's not, she's doing great. The next movement she's doing is an incline dumbbell press. This is for a couple of sets of 20 also. While I'm only filming the first set, the second set was a little more fatiguing for her, which is actually perfect. This set was kind of sort of easy because, as you're going to see it around rep 15, she took a little small rest at the top, which is fine. I mean, work is work, right? Hindsight, I probably would have had her gone up to slightly heavier dumbbells rather than take the rest. But again, work is work. She put in a couple of sets of those. Here she's going to finish off with those. So really now we're hitting more of the upper pack, the shoulders, that the floor press did not address. The next movement now, which is actually the last movement, is a pull down. So this one is another 2 sets of 20. So it's important to say that with all of this, she does a little warm-up set of 10 to 15 reps first with lighter weight to kind of feel it out so we can both get a gauge of what the weight needs to be for her 20 rep sets. We're using this particular bar because this is roughly the width of her floor press. It's a tiny bit wider, but it's close enough. Also, we're finishing off with a pull down rather than a seated row or something, because the seated row is coming up the next training session, so we don't need to address that today. But also, I love to finish off with a pull down because it just addresses tractioning. It allows her spine to kind of spread out a little bit. It was loaded a little bit in the landmine rows, so that was standing with a little bit of a load, not totally, or certainly not like a squat or a deadlift or anything, but it's a good, better, best thing. So this is really the best thing for her to finish off with. Tomorrow, what we're going to do is just to sneak in little tiny workouts with bands, so tricep work, curls, shoulder work, that sort of stuff. So that's why you're not seeing any of that sort of stuff done here. But she's doing a phenomenal job. You can see how when she really gets fatigued, she kind of rolls a little bit forward with her shoulders there. And you know what? I'm letting her as long as the work gets done. So here she goes for another set. So this is set 2. I didn't realize that I had filmed both of them. So again, you're going to see when the weight starts getting, when she starts to get tired, her form does fall apart some. Now, normally I don't allow that. But again, like I said, this is really supposed to be high volume and very difficult work. I don't want this day to be easy for her. I want her to know what is to be coming up and to kind of get mentally prepared for that too. So part of this is just me seeing what she's willing to push herself through. And she does a phenomenal job. Pretty much anything I throw at her, she accepts and does very, very well. So it's okay to rest like that she is. Do I like her pulling the bar forward like that? Not really. Is it going to harm her? No. It's perfectly fine. Is it ideal? No, but you know what? For this point in her training, who cares? Honestly, it's again about really getting the work in. So I'm going to put this program up on the page. I'll link it with the video. So I hope you all are doing fine in your training and just in your life in general. And you know what? If there's anything else that I could say, it would be just be kind to one another. That is it. Have a fantastic day.